across a solemn day at St. Patrick's Cathedral as one of the founders of the Emerald Society Pipes and Drum Band is remembered. And one of the most loved members of the NYPD was laid to rest today. His name was Finbar Devine, and he was one of the founders of the Emerald Society Pipes and Drum Band. Channel 2's John Slattery is live now outside St. Patrick's Cathedral where the funeral took place. John.
Yes, and traffic here outside St. Patrick's, which has been a snarl all morning, is finally now getting back to normal. What we have here today is the passing of an era. A police sergeant who marched with the Pope in 1979 and who had planned to march with his unit for the Pope this week will not be with his ceremonial unit this week. Today it was a big, very big funeral here at St. Pat's. With the somber cadence of muffled snare drums, the police department's Emerald Society Pipe and Drum Band today marched in front of St. Patrick's Cathedral, but it was without its legendary leader for the first time in 35 years. Today, the pipe band honored drum major Finbar Devine at his funeral mass.
Real driving force, maintained strict discipline. When he was out there, you knew who the leader was.
Finbar Devine was not just the drum major, but one of the founding members of the revered unit. Just Ed Maloney remains.
Myself and himself were the last of the original guys. And now I start to feel like the spotted owl or the bald eagle or something, because
I'm all alone.
I'm the last of the Mohegans.
The original four founded the unit in 1960, and for the 35 years that followed, Finbar never missed his leadership role in a St. Patrick's Day parade and led the unit at hundreds of police funerals.
Finbar was leading that band, and he walked into the river, the band would have followed him. They'd have walked off a cliff behind him.
On hand today, not only the police commissioner and the mayor, but John Cardinal O'Connor. Finbar Devine was 65. He was married, the father of one. He died of liver cancer. He stood 6'4", towering over his 85 members as he hoisted the ceremonial mace. He retired from the police department in 1985 after 35 years of service. Today, it's goodbye to a good cop and a New York original. And last St. Patrick's Day, the city lost another original drum major, a drum major with the fire department, Jimmy Corcoran. He suffered a heart attack while marching in the St. Patrick's Day parade and died a short time later. Two great New Yorkers, gone but not forgotten. Reporting live from St. Pat's, John Slattery, Channel 2 News.
And they certainly will be missed. Thank you a lot, John, for that report.
He walked tall and proud, leading the Emerald Society Band at parades and at funerals, times of joy and sorrow. Now Finbar Devine has died. John Miller has more.
You wouldn't forget his face or his name, Finbar Devine. For 37 years, he carried them up Fifth Avenue. Today, they carried him down. Yes, this week, Finbar Devine, the first and only drum major of the New York Police Pipe and Drums, got away. Sergeant Devine was 65. He led the band through 37 years, 2,000 events, 6 countries. His face was always set sternly. He almost never smiled and rarely spoke.
He looked great, and so do yourself.
But Finbar was a legend. The St. Patrick's Day parade, the funerals for 100 hero cops. His son, Finbar Derrick, carried his father's mace today. And his brother, Father Kevin Devine, remember how Finbar raised that mace at the sky during the Pope's visit 16 years ago, and how the rain stopped. A man who was just an auxiliary bishop back then remembered too.
But my primary memory of Battery Park City is not Pope John Paul II, my beloved friend, but your husband with his mace held on high, stopping the rains.
The parade came around once a year, but more often when I saw Finbar, it meant another cop was slain. To cops, that face was a reminder of all their guarded traditions and of their own mortality. Finbar devoted his life to both. He was their grim reaper with a heart of gold. John Miller, News Channel 4.
By the way, Officer Philip Thomas is the new leader of the Emerald Society Band, only the second leader since it was formed back in 1959.
As the city got ready to hail the arrival of the Pope, a lot of dignitaries were saying farewell to a legendary figure. Finbar Devine, he was the head of the police department's pipe band for the inauguration of every mayor since Robert Wagner. Mike Sheehan reports.
Finbar was the quintessential New Yorker. And this was his favorite place in all of New York, right in front of St. Patrick's Cathedral. And he would be proud to be here on the day that the Pope arrives in this country.
Finbar Devine, the legendary figure who led the NYPD's Pipes and Drums, the oldest and largest police pipe band in America, lost a battle to cancer Saturday. His last wish was to once again greet the Pope as he had in 1979, a memory the Cardinal can't forget.
And I would never tell the Pope this, but my primary memory of Battery Park City is not Pope John Paul II, my beloved friend, but your husband with his mace held on high, stopping the rains.
The 65-year-old drum major was honored by hundreds of cops, politicians, celebrities, and New Yorkers inspired at one time or another by the whirl of the pipes.
Became so famous at doing what he did, he was like me in the promotion, but they was taking him all over the world, you know, to be the drum major and lead the band. So he was a terrific guy. I'm a cop 28 years. 29 years I've been marching with these guys. He's going to be sorely missed.
Today is probably the toughest day to play pipes, and so I'm in the band 23 years. We're playing for the main man. This is Finbar's band, and it's going to be a tough one for all of us.
Police bands from Dublin to Chicago joined Devine's wife Patricia and Finbar Jr. to say so long to Mr. New York. From St. Patrick's Cathedral, Mike Sheehan, Fox News.
Finbar Devine has been the one and only drum major for the Emerald Society Band since it began 35 years ago. A replacement will be hard to find.
Probably have to wait till Finbar Jr. grows up.